Ayo, what is poppin' poppers? In today's video, I'll be talking about what retailers will be getting the SDCC Funko Pop exclusives this year. So let's get right into it. So earlier I actually uploaded my other video where I talked about the Day 3 reveals for San Diego Comic-Con and Funko. After I filmed and edited that video, Funko had actually put out the shared retailers list on their Instagram. So in today's video, I'll be talking about that. They put up two shared retailers lists, one being for the United States and the other being for Canada. There isn't a shared retailers list for the people outside the United States and Canada, but for you guys that are outside the United States and Canada, I'm going to assume that these SDCC exclusives should be available on Pop Culture. So I'll be starting off with the United States shared retailers list. If you are from Canada and you do want to see the Canadian shared retailers list, I'll put a timestamp in the description below so that way you can skip directly to that part of the video. So starting off, we have the SDCC 2020 shared retailers list for the United States. Starting off in the top left, we have the show only exclusives, which will be the Black Lightning. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, obviously, since the show was canceled this year. San Diego Comic-Con was canceled. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. I'm sure they're going to have maybe some lottery sort of like system on San Diego Comic-Con's website, but as of right now, it's unknown how that's going to work. Then to the right of that one, we have Amazon exclusives, which will be Dark Captain Marvel as well as the Sith Jet Trooper. Then to the right of that one, we have Vexalia from Critical Role, which will be exclusive to Best Buy. Then to the right of that one, we have Box Lunch exclusives, which are the two Disney Pops, which makes sense because most of the time Box Lunch does get a lot of the Disney exclusives, which is the Alien as Kevin as well as Yzma as Cat. Then below that, we have GameStop exclusives, so we have the 10-inch zombified Thing. Then to the left of that one, we have the Kaiju Hello Kitty as Robot. Then we have the Flocked Vulpix. Then we have the 2-pack of the Shadow and Tails. Then to the left of that one, we have the Mr. Freeze, which will be a Glitter Pop. Then to the left of that one, we have the Iron Bob, which will go to FYE. Then below that, we have the Wade Wilson, which will go to Walgreens. Then we have the Toy Tokyo exclusives, which will be Steve Aoki, Blast Attack, Clawful, as well as Scaramouche. Those four will probably be sold in a bundle because most of the time Toy Tokyo exclusives for most conventions are sold in bundles. Then below that, we have Hot Topic shared exclusives, which will be Nightcrawler, Bakugo, as well as the Super Saiyan God Goku. Then to the left of that one, we have Entertainment Earth exclusives, which will get Invader Zim, as well as the one guy from DC, which I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even going to try. I know I'm pretty bad with names, and that one especially, I just can't say it. Then below that one, we have Target exclusives, so we have the Cyborg Superman, as well as the Stan Lee. Then to the right of that one, we have Walmart exclusives, which will be Marty McFly looking at his watch, Recyclops V2, as well as Ripley from Fortnite. Then on the complete right side of the screen, we have all the Funko Shop exclusives, and for the most part, if it's going to be anything similar to the Emerald City Comic Con earlier this year that had a virtual con as well, all of these should be available on Funko Shop, but the ones on the far right are the ones that are specifically exclusive to the Funko Shop, so you'll only be able to get those ones from the Funko Shop. So on the right side of the screen, we have the Funko Shop exclusives. So starting off in the top left, we have the Toucan Astronaut. Then to the right of that one, we have the Superhero Toucan. Then we have the 5 Pops from Anchorman, which is Ron Burgundy, Brick, as well as Brian. Then below that, we have the 4 Sodas, which is Trapjaw, Mossman, Crunchberry Beast, as well as Clown. Then we have Wallace Wilson from Scott Pilgrim. Then we have the Michelangelo with the San Diego Comic-Con surfboard. And we have Harry Potter, as well as Jack in the Box, Jack in Disguise, and U2 Flocked. But yeah, that's where everything will be going to for the United States. I'm not exactly sure if this is the end of all the pops, but Funko actually put out the shared retailers list themselves. So if they put this out, I'm assuming that's the end of all the reveals, because it only makes sense that they would put this out at the end. So that's all the reveals for San Diego Comic-Con, I'm going to assume. And the ones that are exclusive to the Funko Shop are only going to be available on the Funko Shop. As for everything else, they should be available on the Funko Shop, as well as the shared retailer stores that they're going to. If it's going to be anything similar to Emerald City Comic-Con, that's how it's going to work. And next up, we have the SDCC 2020 shared retailers list for Canada. So starting off on the top left, we have EB Games exclusives, which will have the Flocked Vulpix, the 10-inch zombified Thing, as well as the 2-pack of Shadow and Tails, and the Kaiju Robot of Hello Kitty. Then below that, we have the Grosvenor exclusives, which will have the Recyclops, Iron Bob, Vexalia from Critical Role, as well as the 4 Soda, which is Trapjaw, Mossman, Crunchberry Beast, and Clown. Then in the bottom right, we have 1 Indigo exclusives, which will be the Harry Potter, and then we have a bunch of exclusives going to Toys R Us Canada, which will be the Mr. Freeze, Ripley from Fortnite, Flock Mewtwo, and we have Blast Attack and Clawful from Master Universe, and then we have the Cyborg Superman, Marty McFly, and that one guy from DC that I can't pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name because I know I'm going to butcher it completely. Then we have Wade Wilson, and then we have the Stan Lee cameo pop. Some of the pops that they actually released for San Diego Comic-Con aren't included in this shared retailers list for Canada. I'm assuming that the Hot Topic ones will still go to Hot Topic. The ones that from Walmart will still go to Walmart for here. But for the most part, some of the pops that we couldn't get from Funko Shop or Target or Walgreens and stuff like that will be available at like some Canadian stores such as Grosvenor or Toys R Us. But yeah, it's pretty awesome that they're making this accessible for some Canadians to get. So like for example, for the past years, FYE and Target and Walgreens aren't here. So if there ever was a Walgreens, Target, or FYE exclusive that I wanted, I'd have to either get it off Target, Walgreens, or FYE's website, which most of the time has really insane amounts of shipping, or sometimes I'd buy it off eBay for a really crazy price from flipper prices. But yeah, it's pretty awesome they're including this here for us Canadians. And like I said, for the people that are outside the United States and Canada, the exclusives should be available on Pop Culture. But thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like and let me know in the comments down below which of the SDCC exclusives are you looking forward to this year. Personally, for me, I think I'm looking forward to Cyborg Superman as well as the 10-inch Thing. I'm sad that there's no Rick and Morty pops this year, but it is what it is. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.